Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope you're doing just dandy and doing well. Yeah. So today, I just want to talk about God, Jesus, and why I think, well, what He's done for me, and why I think a lot of the people in the fandom, if they don't know Him, that they would, I think they would love to meet Him, and I really need the Lord. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So, in the fandom, I've noticed, and this has happened in my life too, I've noticed a lot of people are, well, first of all, really lonely. Um, Everyone's looking for friends. I feel like there's also a lot of mental health stuff, which is which is normal. But I feel like a lot of people have a lot of questions and just kind of just looking for something to provide fulfillment in their life. Just something they can go to de-stress, um, get rid of anxiety, depression, and all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, I can see why the fandom can maybe help with a little bit of that, at least temporarily. I mean, it's these big fluffy fursuits, so they're cool and all. I mean, they definitely provide, well, I think a lot of people have that dopamine hit on their brain when they see these. They're like, oh, it's so cute. Oh, and you can keep scrolling social media and seeing all this first, it's all these colors, rainbow dogs, all that stuff. um yeah, so that's a little kind of temporary dopamine hit for your brain. Keep scrolling. Yeah, and then you go, of course, you go to the convention and you see them in real life and you're like, oh man, look at this is amazing, this is so cool, and then you just go over the top excited. So yeah, that's fun and all. But yeah, and I mean, I can see why, like, people, that could maybe also alleviate some anxiety for people as well. The dopamine hit helps with seeing all these fursuits and fluffy, fuzzy. That's also very that can help with anxiety. And the fact that, well, furries are also very let's see, they like physical touch, like hugs, big hugs, and pets and all that, and what else, belly rubs, you know all that stuff. Which also brings up another point, and I feel like a lot of people are kind of touch deprived as well. I mean, I think from some research I've done, I think a lot of people are in general, but especially in the fandom. Anyway, that's a little off topic. Um, yeah, so yeah, I think that fandom can provide some relief for some of those things. Um, but yeah, I mean, when it gets tough, the fandom, I don't think it will hold up, honestly. When times get really tough, I mean, I think that's when you need the Lord, and you need to rely on Him. I mean, you would want to rely on Him at all times, but especially when it gets tough, that's when God's power can really shine. Because yeah, I mean, God is perfect, and God is God. So there's nothing He can't do with your life. And I just feel like, yeah, especially in the fandom, yeah, just kind of reiterating what I said before. A lot of people really need hope, and something to go to, when times get really tough, and just just someone to walk alongside them in what they're going through. And like I know, man, I think a lot of people in the fandom are super really lonely. I mean, like me too. I mean, I've been feeling that way for a while, and I've had anxiety and maybe some other stuff. But yeah, I mean, and man, well, kind of how I've been using the fandom for that is, yeah, just, chatting with people, role playing, pretend or cuddling, all that kind of stuff. And that helps kind of um, a little bit, I guess, mentally. But I don't know if it's good to do that too much. Um, playing with fantasy, I think it's only good to do it so much, you know, I don't know, sorry, what I'm trying to say. I don't know how much you should do that, you know. I think it can reach a point that it's maybe too much. And then reality starts to. Anyway, that's another topic for another time. But yeah, I mean, I just want to say, like, especially for me, like, just being able to go to God with like anxiety and you know and just loneliness, especially. Oh man, um, that's a hard one. Like, man, that can be really, really tough when the loneliness gets super bad and it starts to like almost hurt physically. I don't know if anyone's had that before, but yeah, it can be really rough. And then just knowing that God is right here with me, walking with me through that. And I know He has plans that are greater than whatever I can imagine for my life. So it just really, really brings peace and peace of mind, and with the anxiousness, I know He'll bring me through it. And I know He has something in mind for me, something planned. And it just really, really, it's just, it's just this deep hope that is so rewarding, so encouraging to keep on going. And it's just amazing. Like I really wish other people had this. I really want other people to have this too. I mean, and God really wants to have a relationship with you. I mean, He really, really wants to. And He loves you so much. And oh man, like if if some of these people who are feeling just so lonely and you may be hopeless and depressed, anxious, um, yeah, if you just ask God to help you with that, ask Him, just ask Him to help you with that. Ask Him to make Himself real in your life, and just wait and see what happens. And give your life over to Him, and man, just see how your life changes around. It might not be instantly. It might not be how you think. It's usually not how you think. Man, that's for sure in my life. Like, yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, there's no way God can change this around. Or I'm like, I can't see a way through. But something happens in my life. I'm like, wow, that was super unexpected. Like, how did that? Then it's kind of, when you look back on things, you can see, wow, okay, this was totally out of my control, this thing, blah, 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 blah. And man, it's just so nice to have a relationship with God. So I think a lot of people, just really, really need God. They do. And relationship with Jesus. And it's just, if you don't, I mean, just ask God, ask the Lord to come into your heart. He can get you out of this, and out of this difficult situation, and He can provide so much hope for you. Just ask Him, and just wait and see what happens, and just keep believing. It might not happen right away. It might not happen how you think, but yeah, I just really encourage you, whoever you are, if you're listening to this, if you don't know the Lord, just ask Him, and just wait and see what happens in your life. I think a lot of people in the fandom could use the Lord if they don't already know him. And yeah, it could just change your life around like so positively. Anyways, I think that's all I had to say. That's all the Lord put on my heart today. So I hope you have a great day, great rest of the night, whatever time it is for you. And we'll see you later. Love you all. God bless you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.